long ago, this was the home of my people. Our cause is hopeless. Not long. These be our last moments, men. Let us live them with honor.
Chances were it would be a very horrible end indeed. Run! Swiftly now!
How do you run from the sky when it falls on you? How do you run from the sky when it falls on you? How do you run from the sky when it falls on you? How do you run from the sky? I thought the last days was a catchphrase. Someone made it to the finish line in a rat race that made collapse a wall in this glass maze. Artistry is largely seen as passe. Really as right as rain on this token hero. Time is finished when sky's the limit, approaching zero. Behold the pale Trojan horse, the form of a vaccine. Silent weapon, quiet war, the war of the bench. And we touch the stars in a literal sense. While this token gets crushed to a minuscule myth. Woe is me, throwing these stones, no religious defense. See me at the crossroads, still trying to sit on the fence.
How do you run from the sky when it falls on you?
How do you run from the sky when it falls on you?
How do you run from the sky when it falls on you?
How do you run from the sky?
It's a self-imposed massacre when the heavens turn to flames and the petroleum raindrops fuel the fires. Fleeing on top of the mountains away from the water attempting to swallow. Must survive, trust the glass or whatever. Every time you find the cause, it's a cry for your imagination that you believe in. Realize something greater than yourself when yourself is helpless. It's when the sycophants turn to Jesus. Fetus is drowning in ocean crevices, subaquatic tunnels turn to defective fallopian tubes. It's a bloodbath, the wrath, the greed, the act of God. 2012. When the Colossus comes crashing through a sky on fire, the earth will quake and mark the end of the prophet's run. The burst and break of the surface will certainly service the birth of opaque pestilent smoke to block the lungs. We knew we'd perish in this future furnace. After all, the truth exalt the chaplain of the ashen chasm. Our policy of never re-evaluating our policies will give rise to pandemic damages. White lies and red death for the brandishing, a revolution of stillness, the marching of the mannequins. A twisted vision that mimics movements of crippled pigeons, folding 20s to trees, imitate smoke from bombarded buildings in a fallout shelter future. Extinction will scream from silos, the blood of man will run red, will flood the land. So say your prayers written with false hopes, cause the plague prevails and chokes for the group that grabs ghosts. Yes, hark the herald angel of death, the peril will mangle and spread till life is just a new name for the dead.
How do you run from the sky when it falls on you?
How do you run from the sky when it falls on you?
How do you run from the sky when it falls on you?
How do you run from the sky?
No clouds, it wasn't white. There were no angels flying around. No fire, it wasn't red. There was no antichrist, no Christ. And the night did not ignite into a fiery pit of dark fights and demonic delight. Instead it was quite like a slight ray of light, flashing in seconds barely attainable by sight. In the end human life felt so damn trite, as if there was never a fight or a war. A knife or a sword, a light to abhor. No glory, no delusions of grandeur, no more. How do you run from the sky when there's none left? How do you run from the sky when it swallows you? How do you run from the sky when you're stuck in a treadmill floating in thin air that leads to nowhere?